Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with your Oxide preview silo. Specifically, I'll show you how to log into your silo, how to upload SSH keys, how to start an instance, and how to connect to that instance using SSH. An Oxide preview silo is a tenant on our rack that we provide to prospective customers similar to a public cloud experience. This allows you to try Oxide and validate your workloads on Oxide before maybe making a purchase. If you're interested in getting your own preview silo access, go to our website, click the Try Now button, and fill out this form. Once approved, you'll be given a URL and a username and password to access your preview silo. Go ahead and log in with your username and password, and you'll be taken to the web console where you will see a list of projects. We're going to go ahead and create our own project and our own instance, but first, we need to upload a public SSH key in order to use SSH to connect to our instance. Now, this is required because cloud images, they often disable the root account and they disable username and password authentication. So you'll need to use a secure method of authentication, such as SSH. If you already have an SSH key pair, which is a private and public key pair, you can go ahead and upload your public key to Oxide. If you don't, you'll have to generate one. So you can do that with SSH keygen-t ed25519, give it a private key file and a public key file, and generate it. I'm not going to do that because I already have one, so I'll show you what I have. I have a private key file and a public key file. And the private key stays on my workstation, and the public key gets uploaded to a service like Oxide. So I'll just cat out my public key, grab that content here and copy it, go back to Oxide, click Settings, SSH Keys, and add an SSH key. I'll give it a name and a description, and I'll put my public key and click Add SSH Key. Now I have SSH all ready to go for my instance. I'll go to Projects, click New Project, and give it a name, Matthew Sanabria. Give it a description, Matthew's project, and click Create. Now this project is going to be my space to work in the Oxide Web Console. And notably, each project contains its own virtual private clouds, or VPCs, which are private networks that you can put your instances inside. If I click VPCs, you'll see that there's a default VPC already here with default firewall rules, subnets, routers, and internet gateways. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Now I want to create an instance. I'll go to Instance, create new instance, and give it a name. Here I'll give it a name called Example, give it a description, an example instance. I want to start that instance. I'll give it some vCPUs in memory, so I'll give it 4 and 16. I don't really have to worry about cloud costs here because this is the joy of on-prem. And for boot disk, every preview silo is loaded with a default image by default, which is going to be Debian usually. So you can go ahead and select that Debian image, leave the disk size and disk name alone. We won't be attaching any additional disks here, so you can ignore that. But the important part here is make sure under authentication, your SSH key is selected. This is usually going to be the one you just uploaded. This will be injected into the instance so that you can use SSH with the instance. For networking, I'll do a single stack IPv4 address for my internal private networking. And for my public networking, I want to make sure that I'm allocating and attaching an ephemeral IP. So make sure this is checked. And the pool you're going to want to use is usually going to be called public or sandbox, but it's going to be the public address pool to get a public IP for your instance. We'll ignore floating IPs because we're not using that right here. And if you want to use cloud init user data and you already know what that is, feel free to. It allows you to configure your instance with a script, but we're going to ignore it here in this video. Go ahead and click Create Instance, and the instance will be scheduled onto a compute sled, and it'll be started and launched. Once the instance is started, you'll be taken to a screen where you see more information about the instance, such as the ID and the external IP. If you click the Networking tab, you'll see all the external IPs and the internal network interfaces. And notably, you'll see the private IP address that came from the VPC. So you get a lot of nice information about your instance here. One thing I like to show people is if you click the overflow menu on the top and click View Serial Console, you'll be taken to the instance's serial console. And usually, if you were using a non-cloud image, right, if you're on traditional on-prem images, you might be able to access this using username and password. But as I told you earlier, cloud images, they don't allow that, right? They disable this by default. So I don't actually have a password here to use. I have to go and connect to this instance via SSH. But I like to show you the serial console because it is a pretty cool feature of Oxide. So instead, I'll go back to my instance and I'll fetch this external IP, go to my terminal and do ssh-l debian and give it the IP. It'll ask me to connect. I'll say yes. And now I'm in Debian. And I can prove that to you by doing cat etcos release, and you can see that I'm in Debian. So here I'll do sudo apt update and sudo apt install nginx -y nginx, and I'll let that run. It's going to install nginx here and give me a web server. So I'll let that run for a moment. With nginx installed, I'll go ahead and start the service. So sudo systemctl status nginx, it's already started. And now if I curl this, curl localhost, you'll see that nginx is running. Now, what if I wanted to connect to nginx over this public IP? If I open this public IP and change the protocol to HTTP instead of HTTPS, you'll notice that it's not working, right? It's just spinning and loading. Well, why is that? Well, this instance is in a specific VPC, and that VPC has specific firewall rules. And you'll notice there's default rules that are loaded for each VPC. And they allow ICMP, internal VPC to VPC traffic, and they allow SSH. But there's nothing that's allowing that web traffic to be routed on port 80. So if we create a new rule, I'll call it nginx, no description. I'll give it a target. I want to target my new instance example, add. Give it a port filter, so port 80, add. Give it a protocol, TCP, add. And no host filter, because we'll allow it from anywhere. Then I'll go ahead and add that rule. And now with that rule added, I should be able to go back into this tab and reload this. And again, I want to make sure that nginx is fully working, because that rule is now allowing the traffic to come in from port 80 and hit my instance and make it to the nginx web server. So if you're running applications on Oxide to validate them, you'll probably have to give it some firewall rules and make sure that the traffic you want to allow is allowed. So I like to show that just so people can see the full end-to-end flow. Now let's do all this in reverse to clean everything back up. So I'll go ahead and close that. I'll disconnect from my SSH session here, get out of there. I will go ahead and go to the instance. I'll stop the instance. So once that instance is stopped, I'll be able to destroy the instance. So I'll wait for just a few seconds here. It takes just a few moments for the instance to fully stop. Then I'll delete the instance. Now I want to make sure to delete the instance's disk, because when you delete an instance, the disk is not deleted. If you want to delete the disk, you have to do that separately. So I'll delete the disk. And then I'll just clean up a few more things. I'll go ahead and go to the VPC, go to the firewall rules, delete that nginx rule. And now I have my project with no instances in it, ready to create more instances and use it. And that's how you get started with your preview silo. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us via our support channel, which you've been given with your preview silo access instructions. But also I want to show you this link to the docs in the product. We'll open up the docs and you can see here how to use Oxide, not just with the web console, but with our API, CLI, and other guides. So with that, enjoy your access to preview silo and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.